Baseball is dead.
Rest in peace.
Everyone's favorite baseball podcast. The podcast that built its own iTunes feed. Dallas Braden. We got Joey. We got Jake.
Holla. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing? Happy Mother's Day. Happy anniversary.
Thank you. I gave birth to a blue Great Dane 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Gnarly.
Mm-hmm.
He's thriving, doing well at home with the children, with his pack. Yep.
Do you get excited? Do you get excited for Mother's Day? Because you're a girl dad. You still got your grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrate her that day. And obviously the anniversary of the perfect game. That's a big day for you. You get to honor your mother. There's a lot happening on Mother's Day for you. Do you look forward to that day, or is it just like what's the deal?
I look forward to it. We all look forward to Mother's Day, I think. Well, you know what? Let me rewind. That's not fair to say. It's not fair to assume. So I shouldn't just say that. Because, like, for me, many Mother's Days were just fucking terrible. And it's not to say that my heart doesn't hurt in some little corner, but yeah, like the excitement I get to see, like yesterday being at the ballpark, it's Mother's Day and the weather was shitty. It was, windy, rainy, cold. And for me, like, I just had a smile on my face all day because I know when I look down there in the stands, I'm around people who feel the same way about baseball that I do. And I'm around moms that were just like my mom. Like, what are we doing today on a day you're going to celebrate me? A day on the calendar that's like for me? Well, get your shit together. Let's go to the ballpark. Do you got your glove? Do you got everything? Have you eaten lunch? And it's like, like what your mom does before she's getting you out the door. Like, so I'm around people who are in that mindset. So it's already going to be a kick-ass day. And then, I mean, fuck, dude, baseball. Big league baseball. Big league baseball. That's
Days
why it's baseball, Jared. You're
it's
in front
baseball.
You're in front of baseball. You know what I mean? Like, that's I said it on the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Rain, go away. We've got baseball on Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's
yeah.
fucking me,
Preach, brother.
Maya Angelou. Like, it's a 1-2. It's a close. I'm
you guys
poetic.
are doing good. Yeah,
I'm
you guys are
romantic
trying.
about baseball. So Mother's Day is always going to be a great day.
If the 3 team above 500 parlay is going to hit, the Braves are going to have to play 800 ball.
It's not looking great.
No.
Right now, things are not ideal for any one of our clubs. Could be better.
Well, I mean, the Braves are playing good baseball.
The Braves are playing very good baseball.
Yeah. They got fucking Ronnie back. That home run that he hit on, what was that, Saturday night? Jesus Christ.
Boom.
One where he fell
Friday.
down.
No, I think, was that...
He won on Friday?
Friday he fell down, but Saturday he hit one that just went 8,000 feet.
Yeah, the Friday one, like, falling down. Like, that's...
He's seeing the ball well right now.
That's just dude. that post orgasm, and you can't even, like, things just go black, and and you can't feel anything. That's what happened to Ronald Acuña when he hit that ball. He just he seized up, and that's great. That's literally coming out of him. They say coming out of your shoes. Oh, Ronnie came out of his shoes all right, and all over that baseball.
I think
he was like one of those fucking sheep that you scare and they just fucking fall down.
Is it a sheep or a goat? Yeah,
goat.
God, I want one
he's
of
a
those
goat, baby.
Yeah, he is a goat. That's what goats do. Bat.
I want to say, did LeBron share a video of Ronald Acuña? That's when you know that you're cool. Like, once you get like people that are outside the sport that are considered cool, and I don't know if a ton of people consider LeBron to be cool, but
I think a fair amount of people consider LeBron to be cool.
Yeah, if you get people like LeBron James tweeting about you, you're probably doing something right. And I think that was the Saturday homer.
Well, especially if it's Braun, right? I mean, not that he's a bandwagon guy, but like he's
me?
ready. I said, especially LeBron. Not that he's a
By the way,
bandwagon guy.
He's part owner of the Red Sox, so I don't know if I like him tweeting about other players.
Oh, I mean, yeah, other plays are definitely drawing the eyeball of your boy. He's looking to invest, Jared. Well, do you hate the fact that he's looking to make his club better? That he could be looking to make his team better?
Well, I mean,
don't be mad at LBJ 2-3 for trying to.
LeBron's trying to recruit Ronald Acuña Jr. to the Red Sox. Is that what you're saying?
I'm just in so many words. It could be implied.
Yeah,
you never know that. So don't get mad. Don't get mad at LeBron.
I have a question for Joey. What's it like to start the 2022 season off shitty, but like have your team like turn the corner? What's that like?
Well, it was 2 games. I wouldn't say we turned the corner yet, but honestly,
you guys are inching closer to 500. I believe the Red Sox are 9 games under 500, and the A's are 8 games under 500.
Whoa!
Yes,
compared dragging us into this for.
Compared to the A's and Red Sox, we have turned the corner. We have distanced ourselves from the pack of the Red Sox and A's. To be honest, the Braves always start bad. I'm not really worried at all. I don't think that most Braves fans weren't. They played like shit. They've been getting unlucky. If you watch the Braves broadcast, they won't shut the fuck up about how unlucky they are 24/7. So we're getting that propaganda. And I think just winning
it's the truth.
It is the truth. Propaganda is usually true. That's
in
this case
the way
it
it's
is.
delivered.
Would you? All right, let me ask this question to everyone here. Would you rather be a Red Sox fan? Would you rather be an A's fan? Or would you rather be a Phillies fan?
Like right now?
Right now, today.
Right in this moment?
Waking up Monday morning, which identity would you most want to assume?
I don't like my odds either. It's a tough pick, man. Not the Phillies, though.
You wouldn't want to be a Phillies fan.
Why not the Phillies, Joe?
They have a 0-run differential. They're probably in the best spot. They're 4 games out of 500. They're the closest to a 500 team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they kind of got disgraced by the Mets.
Yeah, the thing about the Phillies is like, it's one thing to lose, but the way the Phillies do lose is like the most torturous way possible.
Can we talk about
the Red Sox
Harper?
have 9 blown saves.
Okay, well,
yeah, the Red Sox have more blown saves.
The
than
next
anybody in
best
baseball.
team has 5. We have
that's
9.
That's not good.
Okay, well, I take that back. I would much rather be with the Phillies.
Yeah.
So do you look at it like this? That's 9 games you should have won.
I think it's bare minimum 7 games we should have won. Yeah.
But I mean, it's got to be 9 games, right? Because you were winning 9 of those ball games.
But you have to assume that. I mean, no closer is going to be perfect. So at the very
why not?
least,
Why can't we assume that? I mean, why can't the bumps in the road come in August? Come in July? Why can't you get that done? 9 opportunities to win 9 big league ball games. You got 9 big league guys down there.
You can't assume the 9 wins though.
I mean, if
you
you're
can
in
safely,
the 9th inning, if there's only 3 outs left of the
you
ball
can
game, and you're
safely
winning,
expect 7. 9 is certainly possible. I would say the odds, if you had a half decent closer, the odds
it's tough to
are
hear
like,
that you don't expect that of your team.
I don't.
It's tough.
I don't. It would be
It's
nice to
rather
have
unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. But it's tough. I do you think that Joe Girardi's job is in jeopardy?
No.
You don't?
No. Why would it be in jeopardy?
Because they're going to lose for like the 5th season in a row after everyone thought they were going to be good.
It's early. It's the first month of the season.
I don't see it getting any better. I mean, they have holes, bro. They have holes.
Oh, they've got holes. Their defense is not great. They
They
need
do
help
that
pitching.
though. You can't sign
Yes.
Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos and be like, yeah, we bolstered our defense.
Well, no, but you're telling the world that you're willing to take that gamble of their offense being able to overshadow what's not happening for them defensively. And that has just not been the case. Right? I mean, you got Alec Baum, a month ago, telling telling everybody in the world that he fucking hates Philly. And it's because, they're not winning. He's kicking baseballs. He's not playing well. The fans are riding him because he's not playing well, because they're losing. Like it's all understood. But yeah, that's the vibe. It's early. It's early. Why can't it turn around?
It just won't, man. Because if you're a Phillies fan, they've been like hyped up every year. Like, I wouldn't say hyped up, but they've had ever since they signed Bryce Harper, it was like, all right, now we're ready to try. And they've been trying. And they can't do it. And then the Mets are trying harder now.
The Mets are definitely trying harder. I mean, can Bryce Harper try any harder though against Max Scherzer? What is it? What's his? Do we know what his line against Max Scherzer is?
Bryce Harper versus Max Scherzer.
Yeah, he's now taken him deep 3 times in like 20 at bats or something like that.
Let's see.
Didn't he lead the game off? With a home? Not lead
he's
the game
6 for 20 with 3 bombs and 2 doubles.
6 for 20, 3 bombs, 2 doubles.
Yeah, he's hitting 300 with a 440 on base and an 850 slug.
Yeah, against Max fucking Scherzer.
Yeah, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts.
It's chewing up a horse right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bryce Harper, the glue factory.
I feel like Bryce Harper's about to get Girardi out of there, dude. I mean, Bryce Harper wants to win more than anybody, and I'm sure he's pissed.
I don't know that.
Yes, I think that Bryce Harper is a guy that he will do whatever it takes to win a championship. I don't know that he is looking at the manager in this situation as the reason why the Phillies are playing poorly, though. I don't know what his relationship's like with Girardi. I really don't, but I don't think that he's a blame the manager guy.
No, I don't think he is.
Like Bryce Harper could be hitting 335 with a fucking 1246 OPS. And if the Phillies have a losing record, he'd be like, I could be doing better. Like I feel like that's more his attitude than like, what the fuck, Skip? Why didn't you make a better lineup card?
Yeah. And I mean, is it fair to say that, look, the Phillies, Aaron Nola, I feel like he's throwing the ball well. Mm-hmm. Kyle Gibson throwing the ball extremely well. I mean, we saw that dude to begin the year. Zach Wheeler, I guess, could be a little better. Zach Eflin, right? Is that who else is in their rotation? And then they got the young kid, fucking Suarez, Ranger Suarez. Sir Anthony Dominguez has he? Yeah, he's been good. I feel like he's been all right. They need some other help in that bullpen.
I mean, the Phillies bullpen has been bad for a long time.
But they've got guys down there that are throwing the ball well. Like, why are the Phillies not good?
That's a great question. Why are the Phillies not good?
They're cursed.
What's that?
They're cursed. They can't be good. There's no way they can be.
No, they can be good. I feel like there's going to be a turnaround. I do.
Their best reliever is Brad Hand. That's a problem. Sorry, Mrs. Hand, who has been very upset with me in the past about saying disparaging things about Brad Hand.
Yeah, what? You just get under the skin of the significant others.
It's his mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah. His mom came at me. Yeah. I mean, like, they've been all right. Like, Nola's having a Nola year. Strikeouts per 9 is over 10. He's got an ERA in the mid 3s. The FIP and the ERA, the exact same number. Or no, I lied. I have dyslexia. It's 3.38 to 3.83. Wheeler, after a Cy Young worthy season, has not been Cy Young worthy to this point.
No, it's left a little to be desired.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but I feel like overall they've like the pitching staff has done a
Been
decent
modest.
job of giving them a chance to win.
yeah, they've been modest. It's not a disaster.
No.
And I believe the Phillies have scored the exact amount of runs as the Atlanta Braves.
So,
But I think that
must
they
be a lot of
expected
runs.
better. I think that they expected the offense to be better than it has been.
not much fluidity, not necessarily clicking. They need some good energy, like the Halos got going.
Mm-hmm.
The Halos got some serious good energy going.
Did you pick the Angels before the season to win the division, Dallas?
No, I think I picked the Astros again.
Are you an idiot?
What are you thinking, man?
Clearly, the Angels are the better team.
As of right now, they're one of the best teams in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
The Angels
I
are
see
nothing to be trifled with right now. Nothing to be trifled with.
Got a front row seat to that.
As we sit today, Taylor Ward is the best player in baseball. Taylor Ward is the best player in baseball. I believe he just reached the qualifying status for at-bats this season. And he now leads baseball in, I believe, on base, slug, and OPS, something like that. I'll have to look that up. But the dude is fucking raking right now. Absolutely raking. Continues to rake.
Taylor Ward leads the league in walks, batting average, on base, slug, obviously OPS, and OPS plus.
Everything.
He's hitting 364 with an 1165 OPS.
I mean,
Like, where the fuck did this guy come from?
I love it.
He's been in the league.
He didn't come out of left field. He came out of right field. That's where he's been holding it down.
159 games in the big leagues prior to this season. He hit 230 with a 693 OPS. And now he's goddamn Hank Aaron.
Well, what's crazy is just what this kind of production makes this lineup look like now. That's what's weird. Not weird. But that's where you're just like, oh, shit. Like, damn. If this keeps going off like this, like if this is sustainable on any level, like this team looks a whole lot different. A whole lot different. This lineup gets extremely long.
You think that this is sustainable at all?
No, I think there's going to be a tapering off.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Taylor Ward probably finishes the season hitting like 268 with a fucking 813 OPS.
Yeah, you're asking if Taylor Ward can be the best player in baseball all year.
No. I'm saying like, can
That's
he
what you're
sustain?
asking.
No. Can he sustain being like? Is he having an all-star season?
But Jared, as we sit right now, he leads the free world in every offensive category.
I'm saying at the end of the year, when you look at his numbers, will you say that Taylor Ward was one of the best players in baseball this year?
I don't believe so, which is why I said, well, yeah, I think it could be. I think he has the chance. I mean, because this could be. Why can't it be a breakout season? And why can't this be like, okay, so let's say this is the peak of his season, but he settles in, and it is 280 at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm. That's still a good season.
With 280 with 25, 30.
Taylor Ward is 28 years old, so he's not on the wrong side of 30. He's not a spring chicken, but he's also not like, it's not like he's like 33 and it's like, all right, dude.
He's in his prime. He's ready to fucking smash, dude. And they predicted it. They predicted it because the Angels get so much shit. Their front office, they suck. They have the two best players and they suck. But they called it. They dropped Justin Upton. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of like, what the fuck? You know, why would you do that? He's probably better than these guys. And then the guy comes up. I mean, I don't know if Taylor Ward would have probably played 2 with Justin Upton, but he's going off. And all their pitchers shutting out. Me and Dallas called it. Syndergaard loves it in LA. He loves the weather. He fits in. Lorenzen, fireballs. And as I've said earlier, I didn't say earlier, Joe Maddon fired up the boys ever since then. They can't stop him. They're 16-7 since that walk.
Stop it. 16-7 since firing up the boys. Come on.
And everyone said he was ridiculous. Joe Maddon's wash. He's stupid. 16-7.
See? Are Joey and I the only ones who saw that coming?
Probably. What, firing up the boys being a thing?
Yeah.
What was the date, Joey?
It was the 15th of April.
So since April 15th. Today's what, May 9th?
Yeah, so let that be a lesson. If you're on the fence about a decision and there's clearly a choice
to fire
that's going to ruffle some feathers, right? Like is this going to fire up the boys or not? Like, let's make the decision that's going to fire up the boys. Okay.
So the Angels are 16-7 since firing up the boys. The only records that are better than that are the Dodgers at 15-5. They're just stupid. And then the Yankees are also 15-5. But the Minnesota Twins hang with them.
Oh.
Also 16-7 over that same span.
Yeah.
And then my Milwaukee Brewers, 15-7. Those are your top 5 teams since the Angels fired up the boys.
And the thing about the Angels, as good as they are, like Ohtani's not even really hitting yet. Rendon's not hitting yet. Like, you know, this could continue, I think.
Well, I mean, both those guys are just responsible for the walk-off.
Yeah, I'm just saying their stats aren't what they could be and probably will be.
No, I mean, I think, look, and this is Taylor Ward and Rendon are apart in the lineup, but Taylor Ward being good at baseball right now only helps Anthony Rendon, even though it's not a direct impact in the lineup. It's not like Taylor Ward is getting pitches because they don't want to pitch to Anthony Rendon or vice versa. But the more good baseball players you have in your lineup, the tougher it is to navigate. And we talk a lot about this contract, and we talk a lot about whether or not Anthony Rendon, you know, even if he stays healthy, what's it going to look like production wise? Like, is he going to be like a near MVP caliber player? Like, what do we got? So Taylor Ward going off in some way might potentially create a trickle-down effect. And Anthony Rendon could feast. And should he start to feast, really that becomes 2 players that you were otherwise not really thinking we're going to have these kind of years. And now that's why the Angels continue to become scarier and scarier, because to the point you just made, Joey, now Shohei Ohtani starts to come around. And you're like, fuck, when does this lineup stop?
It won't stop.
It won't stop. Yeah, I got my little taste of the Angels and didn't love it. Even Rendon played a factor, which I didn't expect.
You didn't like that?
No, I didn't like that at all. Wasn't crazy about it.
I mean, Ohtani damn near knocked the monster down. He hit a ball so hard it knocked his fucking number out of the little nameplate thing. What do you mean? No, yes, he did. Yes, he did. I saw it on the news. They had to They spent overnight reinforcing the monster because Shohei Ohtani almost knocked that damn thing over. He hit a baseball 300 miles an hour off the fucking wall.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think it's do I think that the Angels can sustain this? I do. I love what I've seen from Noah Syndergaard being able to reinvent himself as not just a high velo guy. Being able to mix in his other pitches and keep hitters off balance and guessing. It's been fun to watch the reinvention of Noah Syndergaard, and he fits. it's nice to see the Angels actually have some pitching to work with, and not just depending on a lineup that they threw a bunch of money at and hope to outscore their opponents. There's balance. There's balance here. They have a legit closer. Must be nice. They have superstars. They have complimentary guys. They can play some defense, especially up the middle. Fucking Max Stassi doing it behind the dish.
Stas.
Yeah. I like the Angels. I'm not saying that they're, a shoo-in for the postseason, but I hope they get there. I think a lot of people do. Their fans are fucking lunatics. Like, I think when the Red Sox play the Yankees, it's like there's shit talk amongst the fan base. And then I think Angels fans just like get so excited that they're winning baseball games, like they want to like play like, oh, I'll be the fucking asshole fan base too. I'm like, dude, what? Like, no one has beef with you. Why are you so aggressive? Like, that's Angel fans.
The Angel fans feel like that they've been forgotten. You know what I mean? They feel like that they have been the laughing stock because look, they've taken a lot of arrows from the pitching thing, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to take a lot of arrows anytime your entire draft consists of one side of the game, like all position players. Like, you didn't draft any pitchers, or all you drafted was pitchers. So they got that. They haven't had a lot of great PR lately. If you're being totally honest, Shohei Ohtani, best thing that's happened to the Angels since Mike Trout happened to the Angels. But even during the Mike Trout era, there's been a lot of scrutiny around the Halos. And now it kind of feels like the fans are like, you know what? We're pretty excited that nobody can really talk that shit on us right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not going to take this time to just enjoy it. We're going to start talking shit on your team. We're going to start talking shit about you. It's like, okay.
Okay, I didn't take it personally. I was like, go off, do what you got to do. I mean, the Red Sox suck, and like I'm not having a good time. I'm actually like, I feel like I'm dying right now. I rolled out of bed like 30 seconds before we started this podcast. I'm going right back to bed when we're done.
And you got to know that having been the Red Sox asshole you've been, that just breathes life into other fans when their team kicks the shit out of the Red Sox.
I win with class. I don't know what you're talking about.
That is a complete and utter lie.
When did I ever not win with class?
I've never seen it happen.
I think I won with class against Tampa last year.
No, and I'm not telling you it's a bad thing. I'm just telling you it hasn't happened.
There's only I just don't knock on my door and I won't open it. It's very simple. Like, Rays fans didn't knock on my door, so I just made it like a celebrate the Red Sox thing. Astros fans wanted to knock on my door, so I did not win with class. Dodger fans clearly did not. They did not want to have that World Series without involving me in some way, so I answered the call. The Yankees, that's an easy one. I'm trying to think of like what other like postseason, like in 2016 against the Indians. I mean, they didn't win a game, but I would have won with class if they gave me the option. I'm a classy guy, Dallas. I don't know what you're trying to say, but I don't. You have to provoke me, and once you do, then that's on you.
Okay.
I'm never just showing up to the house party, walking in the door, and sucker punching the first guy that I see. I'm the guy that's in the corner trying to mac on some chick. And if you fucking come stumbling and bumbling up to me and spill your drink on me, now it's a problem.
Whoa,
I'm trying to mind my own business.
I can't just enjoy my time and stumble upon. That was an accident. That was a total accident. Yeah,
I don't think so.
I did not mean to touch her waist. I'm sorry.
I think you did.
Me?
I think you did.
Oh, she asked for an autograph.
See? It's a problem. Now you're trying to sign my chick's boobs.
She asked you. I stumbled away.
Yeah.
Let's grow the game, Jared. Come on, man.
I'm trying to grow the game.
Yeah, I threw her a ball. She wants me to sign it. My bad.
DraftKings.
Yep.
Woo. We do be loving some DraftKings up in here. They're an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Did you know that?
I absolutely knew that. They've they're putting some cash in some folks' pockets these days.
They are. I see a lot of bet slips over the weekend. People are baseball is very hard to like actually dominate in the betting space, but I saw a lot of people that were cashing out over the weekend. So shouts to them. New customers can bet just $5 on any team to win and get $150 in free bets, no matter what, win or lose. Looking to turn a small bet into a big payday during MLB season with DraftKings same game parlays. You can do just that. Create your own parlay by combining multiple bets, like which team will win, how many bases will be stolen, total runs, and more. It's your shot at an even bigger payout. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. Best of all, you can deposit and withdraw your cash whenever you want. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the promo code JARED, Jared. Bet just $5 and get $150 in free bets no matter what happens on the field. That is promo code JARED at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Major League Baseball. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See the show notes for details. MLB trademarks used with permission. This Little League ballpark stuff.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
This Little League ballpark stuff. By the way, Chris Woodward. That's former teammate of mine.
It is former teammate of yours, Chris Woodward. And I'm glad you pointed that out because that was the first time that you had met Woody, right?
Yes.
Yes. Did you get to talk to him much?
Yeah, a little bit.
You talked to him at the concert at all too?
No.
Okay. So there is a little context here to the question I want to ask you in a moment, but go ahead. Continue laying the foundation.
So here's what happened. It was the right take, wrong moment to bring it out. Right take, wrong moment to bring it out. So Gleyber Torres hits a walk-off homer. Hold on. Gleyber Torres hits a walk-off homer, and Chris Woodward, manager of the Texas Rangers, former teammate of mine, he decides to say that it was the Yankee Stadium's a Little League ballpark, and that it would have been an out in 99% of other ballparks. Well, we can track those things, and the Gleyber Torres home run would have been a home run in 26 of 30 Major League ballparks. There are plenty, and I mean plenty, of home runs that are hit by players on the Yankees that would be a home run only at Yankee Stadium. So I get the complaint that it's a dinky it is a Little League field, very dinky, but that wasn't the home run to call it out on. And then he later said he was joking. He said, he's like, it was a joke, and he's like, I love it here, and blah blah blah. And I get it.
Well, it's because of how the homer looked. All right, and think about how the homer looked. It's an oppo bomb, and so it's up in the air. It's slicing. You watch the outfielder who's tracking it the whole time. Who that kind of gives you the feeling like, all right, well, if this wall was further back, he might catch this. If this wall wasn't this close, if this wall was regulation length, that's what people are thinking. If this wall was normal, if this ballpark was like every other ballpark, and it just that's what it all looks like. And that's because we know Yankee Stadium to be this porch, right? And so the homer happens and you're like, yeah, that's bullshit. That's tired. Like, oh, wow. And you're pissed because it's a homer. You're pissed because it is in right field. It feels like it just got dumped in. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? This is tired. Like Little League tired phone booth bullshit. And that's what you say. Yeah. But now, that's the problem, is stuff like that can get taken out of context. And I do think that like when I first saw it, or like I first heard it or whatever, that's what I saw to myself and thought to myself. I was like, oh, well, that wasn't like super cheap necessarily, but I could see how his Little League ballpark analogy fits in his mind. Like I totally see it. And I didn't think that he was bitching. It just, I could hear the, like, damn, that hurts. Like if you're going to hit a homer here, that's how it happened. A little bleeder over the wall. And it's like, well, would have been a homer in a, damn near every other ballpark in baseball.
Yeah, like that one. You're never going to believe this. But this is my first time seeing the home run. I wasn't even watching the Yankee game. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah, that's a dinky home run. But like, if you want to tell me that it's a home run in more than just Yankee Stadium, then like, I guess I'll believe you. It's a couple rows back. But yeah, it's a dinky homer.
Well, go ahead. Go ahead, Joe.
I just wanted, how much do you guys trust those stats when they say that it's going to be out in this many homers? It seems impossible to figure that out.
So I was just going to say, think about how many balls get hit to like dead center field that end up hitting the facade. And they're like, oh, that traveled 421 feet. And you're like, that hit 40 feet up on the center field like facade. What do you mean that only went 420 feet? It's 400 feet to center field. That's 40 feet above the wall. You mean to tell me that ball was only going to go another 20 feet? Get the fuck out of here. Like, and I don't believe that some of the, like the homer estimation numbers and stuff, which I got to believe is like similar technology. I don't believe that's completely and totally accurate. But if you're telling me that the ball traveled 300, like how far was the homer? Do we know how far it was?
What was it? 369 or something like that?
Well, that's what I was going to say. If it's 369 feet, you don't even have to look it up, right, Joey? You can, in your head, there's not a single ballpark in baseball that's 370 feet down the right field line. There's not.
Distance right now.
Yeah, like I'm trying to think of ballparks where things jet out. Like honestly, the Oakland Coliseum has like down, like in the right field corner, there's an area where it gets a little deeper and then it actually comes back in where the scoreboard is, and it's shallower right there than it is in this little corner. But I don't think that that's 370 feet away. I think that might be like 360 feet away, 350 feet away.
I mean, if that ball went 370, it makes no sense. It didn't look 370. Yeah. I'm on Chris Woodward's. So here's the thing: is that what we're talking? Is it the projection?
369
is the projected distance of that homer.
That's a no doubter, bro. What is this guy wanting about, dude?
And it's how far down the line is it? Down the right field line, 309 feet,
275 feet.
But seriously, it's how far? It's 309 feet
in Yankee Stadium.
Yeah,
let me look it up.
I think it's 315.
Yankee Stadium dimensions. 318 feet to left. Left center is 399. Center field 408. Right center 385. Right field 314.
314.
Okay, so
314 down the line. So shoot that out because it wasn't right down the line. So what are we at? Can we call it 320?
325.
325 for conversation's sake. That ball went another 50 feet.
Yeah, it didn't.
Like I know that's 375, but like that ball went 370. That ball went another 45 feet.
Didn't look like it.
No.
Call StatCast, dude.
I'm not gonna sit here and say that like when
yeah. Let me for the record, it's street legal to call Yankee Stadium a fucking Little League ballpark. I'm never getting off that hill. Like let's not ever let that die. No, we can always call Yankee Stadium a fucking Cracker Jack box because it is. That's exactly what it is.
The problem with that is that the Rangers hit, I think, 2 home runs that went shorter than that yesterday.
Oh, that's great. So that's just great. Like all the things that can just fly directly in the face of the stance you're taking happen. Like you call it a Little League ballpark and they're like, actually, there's only 4 parks this wouldn't have been out of. Yeah, well, you know what I meant. Yeah, well, and also the homers that you hit, neither one of them went as far as that one. So do you want to talk about the Little League ballpark, or are we all good with playing on a fucking American Legion field?
Dude, I was just joking. I was just joking.
I love the place. I love the Pizza Rat. I love the Pizza Rat.
It's a cathedral, man.
It is a cathedral. Yeah.
Would you say that? Do you think, Jared? Do you think Yankee Stadium is a cathedral?
Not this ballpark.
The old
not
one.
This, the old one, yes.
The old one for sure. But like, I think he was trying to get death threats away from his family to be like, no, I love Yankee Stadium. It's amazing. So many people love it. It's the best. It's a cathedral. Like, no, it's. I think a lot of people obviously shit on the new Yankee Stadium because it just doesn't have the same vibes as the old one. It's not a bad ballpark. Like, it's not a bad fan experience to go to the new Yankee Stadium. It's just when you compare it to the old one, of course, it's not going to be the same thing. It's not like at the old Yankee Stadium, it was just tighter and more compact, and like the fans felt like they were on top of you. And at this one, it's just not like players that have played at both will tell you that the ghosts aren't at the new one.
Yep.
And
that's it. They're not there. It's because you're walking through, when you walk through the building, when you walk through a place, you know that the greats have been right where your feet are. I know it sounds weird, but it's like, am I pissing in the same urinal? Like, I know you're not, but I mean, it was probably in this general location here. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm walking along the same paths that these legends walked. And that means something. And it's not just the legendary Yankee players, but it's also the other legendary players that played in that ballpark as well, that are just a part of the history of baseball. Because, look, Yankees being the storied franchise and the role that they play in baseball, like, you go to that ballpark that has seen what it's seen in our game, that's going to make you feel a certain type of way. Like if you love the game or feel about the game a certain way. So when you show up and you know that you're walking through the same tunnels that Babe Ruth and Joe D walked down, you know, or that Yaz walked down on the other side, like it's like Ted Williams was in this he was right here. He was sitting right here. Like that just, like it's, I don't know, man, it's nuts. Like I always thought about that, like the Ted Williams thing, just because like he's American, like folklore in my mind. You know what I mean? Like I could go off on Ted Williams and what, just like, dude, like the fighter pilot, like there's just so much, like you're sharing a fucking physical space with that same type of human being. And the energy, that's why Fenway, I feel the way I do about Fenway. But yeah, Yankee Stadium,
so that's
those
why
ghosts,
like
just they're not there.
At Fenway, it's been around for over 100 years, so it's a historical landmark, so they can't modify anything. So like the relievers that are out there in the bullpen, there's like a little tiny ass closet bathroom that if you're one of the, like, because you know they built it in the fucking 40s when the average height of a U.S. male was like 5'6", and then you've got these like 6'6" relievers and they're taking a piss like this, and they're like, "Can we get a real fucking bathroom out there?" And they're like, "Well, we can't like,
nope, can't do it."
Like these, you've got guys that are just taking a piss with their fucking the side of their temple up against the ceiling. But that's Fenway, baby. That's,
you know,
that's
what sticks out what to me about Fenway is when they show the bullpen and like they're playing catch in the bullpen, and like the guardrail from the pitcher to the fans is like 3 feet high. And I'm like, you ever notice that? Like if the catcher,
you could get in there easy, no problem.
Yeah.
But I'm saying the ball, the catcher throwing to the pitcher, If he misses it, it's hitting a fan right in the face because we're just looking at the field.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. For the visitors. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the visitors bullpen, when the catcher throws it back to the pitcher, if the pitcher were to just fucking fans
No, it's the yeah. It's
no, it's
yes. Not. Okay, so the pitcher's back is to the fans. Yeah, so if the catcher throws it to the opposing pitcher warming up, that's going in the fucking stands. I've never seen that happen, but I feel like in 110 years of Fenway Park, I feel like that had to have happened. Well, they built those bullpens in the 40s. So that's still a large chunk of time for that to have happened at least once.
Yeah,
like there has to be some dickhead bullpen catcher that did it on purpose to be like, hey,
just fucking smoke some unsuspecting fan.
Yeah.
Is that still why the A's don't have a bullpen? It's a historical landmark. Coliseum. Can't touch it.
I feel that is completely unwarranted, Joseph.
Yeah, the Coliseum is basically just a wasteland.
It's baseball's last dive bar.
It's going to be like Chernobyl. When they knock it down, like the land is going to be inhabitable. They're going to be like, "Oh my god, all the diseases."
No, it has been dubbed. It has been dubbed by some fans out in left field. Baseball's last dive bar. I mean, and it's a perfect explanation for what the Coliseum is. Perfect explanation. Like great times. You have some of the best times you've ever had at that place. And very little of it has to do with the amenities. All of it has to do with what's happening at the actual place, like what's unfolding on the field and the energy that you feel in the stands, the energy that you're a part of, the energy that you're helping create. So don't you?
Someone actually asked me what team has the greatest chance of staying where they're at, the A's or the Rays?
Ooh, well, what does stay where you're at mean? Like, does the Rays stay in Florida?
Yes, yeah. Like if the Rays went from St. Pete to actually Tampa, that counts as staying.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, because I don't know how
fucking balls to say it.
No, I don't know
I think
how.
That's what it is.
Like where are we at in the Tampa move conversation? Like they're not even. I mean, they're just clamoring for it, right? And like, sorry, but coming from a guy who 15 years ago, when I was playing, was seeing renderings for the new ballpark that was going to be going down in Fremont or wherever the hell it was going to. Like, no, like if you're just at the clamoring stage, like, buddy, I can't entertain that. I'm sorry, I can't. Not Dallas
until Braden confirms right here on Baseball is Dead. The Rays are going fucking out of there.
No, I'm confirming that the Rays aren't going
Direct
anywhere.
quote.
No.
Make the quote card. Dallas Braden. The A's are fucking out of here.
Dallas Braden
nothing
even
the
remotely
future
close to
of
that.
The Oakland A's location.
No. I said it before, dude. The A's are as close to a new ballpark as they've ever been.
Las Vegas.
And they're also as close to moving as they've ever been. And like both of those things can be true at the same time.
Are you going to move to Vegas?
I mean, I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
Yeah, because I feel like you're too much of a steamy guy.
If that's a bridge that has to be crossed.
Yeah. I could see you being Vegas Dal.
Oh, Vegas Dal. I'm glad Vegas Dal came in my late 30s, married with multiple children, because if Vegas Dal comes any time before that, I become Dead Dal.
Yeah. I got family out there. I'd come visit, sure.
Vegas will sink its claws into you. You'd be walking around with one of those fucking yardstick drinks 4 days a week, attached to a necklace, just in bad shape.
I forgot to tell you.
Some tired casino.
Last night.
Selling hot dogs. What?
Last night I was in line. I went to the WWE pay-per-view in Providence, Rhode Island. And was a long ass line, very slow moving. And there were these 3 dudes that they're very nice. Like, we were talking baseball, asked for pictures, but their line was moving way ahead of mine. My line was just kind of stuck there.
You just sit there. You're just standing there, just staring at wallets.
I'm just standing there like an asshole. My line's not moving. They're just going at the lightest speed of light. And so then I'm just like standing there looking at my phone, and dude, one of the dudes that I was talking to in the other line just walks up to me, just hands me a big old thing of chicken fingers. He's like, I know what you're here for. he's like, I don't want you. He's like, I don't want you waiting that line anymore. He's like, I know what you're waiting for. Here you go. And he bought me chicken fingers, and that's exactly what I was in line for. I was very happy about that.
Good for you.
The angel, the chicken finger angel, came down to earth and bestowed upon me some of the most delicious chicken fingers I've ever had in my life. I actually had chicken fingers for dinner on Saturday night too. We went out to the bar, and that's my move when I know I was with like a group of like 6 people, and I know that I'm gonna get judged for, like, everyone else is like, yeah, can I get a fucking martini and can I get a fucking Jack and Coke? And I'm like, can I get some chicken fingers? So I was with my buddy Manny, and the server was very cute too. So I was like, all right, I can't like embarrass myself here. So the move is, I was like, so is anyone getting food here? And I was like, my friend here is like very like, I'm not getting food, but he's like embarrassed to like order. He wants an order of chicken fingers. If you could get like the off the kids menu. I don't see it here on the actual menu. I see an order of chicken fingers on the kids menu here. So yeah, he just, I don't know. He was embarrassed, didn't want to ask. So if you could just get an order in. She was like, all right, great. She comes over back with my chicken fingers, and no one was happier than me.
Wow. Did you get chalky milk too? A little chalky milk?
No, I got lemonade.
Lemonade. What a fucking pussy.
I mean, I still drank after.
Unbelievable.
I drank both nights.
Joe, do you got to go-to food? Like, what's your palate like, Joe? I feel like you and Jared are the same. Like, you have the palate of 9-year-old children.
No, I don't know. I don't eat food, bro. What is it, Mike?
I'm too fucking cool to eat, bro. YouTubers don't eat. What are you talking about?
That's for kids, bro. Oh, yeah, me, I eat sunflower seeds. That's it.
That's
just seeds.
Steady diet?
I'm just seeds, bro. I just play ball. I watch ball, and I eat seeds.
Well, that's good to hear. Did you guys happen to see the major league debut of one George Kirby?
No.
Do you know who George Kirby is?
No.
Well, George Kirby is the number 3 prospect for the Seattle Mariners.
Oh.
Yeah. And George Kirby, sure, I gravitated towards this. Why? Well, kid's making his big league debut on Mother's Day. All right. Mariners need a little magic. They're on a 6-game losing streak. They've lost the last like 10 out of 11 or 11 out of 12 or 10 out of 11. I don't know. They haven't won many ball games, and I can feel their pain in that regard. So they bring up a young, stellar right-hander, blowing cheese, snapping benders. And in your big league debut, you have so many different things going on. You're trying to figure out how to do shit, timing, routine. Like, there's shit that's available to you now that maybe wasn't in AAA. Like, there's just, you're being mentally pulled in so many different directions. On top of this being a holiday. It's Mother's Day. So he got the call like on Thursday, knew what was going to happen, had an idea. So he could kind of, he could prepare for it. He could settle in. But to make your big league debut on Mother's Day, like, that's like your first 1 million views video, Joe, breaking on Mother's Day. You get your plaque, you get everything. You're just like, oh, this is fun. Look, Mom, look what I did. Look at how cool. Right? It's amazing. Like Jared, come on. You know what that's like. Think about the time that You first allowed to ride the roller coaster. Say that happens on Mother's Day. You're like, look, Mom, I'm finally this tall. I get to be with the family. We can all do this together. It's going to be great. Like there's a shower of emotion that comes over everybody involved. And that's exactly what the Kirby squad was feeling, because the boy dazzled. He straight up dazzled. 6 innings of shutout baseball against the Tampa Bay Rays. 6 innings, 7 punchies, big league debut on Madres Day. Does it get much better than that?
Father's Day is better, dude. Father's Day.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh.
Hey, I'm a father. I'm here for it.
Shots to all the moms out there. Damn. That's fucked up.
Yeah. The Seattle Mariners right now, though,
not playing good baseball.
Not playing great baseball, man. Not playing great baseball. Especially, I feel like there was conversations, there was expectations about the Seattle Mariners. They thought that they were going to be looking a hell of a lot different than they're looking right now. They thought things were going to be a hell of a lot different than they are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had some good moments. Look, they won this ball game. They won the debut, extra innings. Ty France little walk off.
Seattle Mariners are 8-5 at home though. They just have not played good ball on the road. They played 16 games on the road. They've lost 11 of them.
Well, it's just been like it's been spotty production, man. It's really been 2 guys. Like legitimately, it's been 2 guys. J.P. Crawford and Ty France. Like Eugenio Suarez, he's hit some homers, but he's also punched out a gajillion times, I feel like. Yeah, he's already got 30. Let me look this up.
What was it? The J-Rod show. I think he leads the majors in strikeouts looking, I think I saw.
Well, Julio Rodriguez has 37 punch-outs in 102 at-bats, and Eugenio Suarez has 37 punch-outs in 103 at-bats.
It's a lot of swing and miss, Dallas.
Well, it sure is, because then you've got Jared Kelenic, who's got 32 punch-outs in just 79 at-bats.
Do you think Kelenic will figure it out?
It's starting to look like that's going to be more of a struggle than him settling in to the player that we all expected upon arrival, if that makes sense. Like the path to him being that player now looks longer than the path to him not being that player looks, if that makes any sense. Like, you know, he's going to have to work to get back to the expectation that he showed up with.
Yeah.
And
you know what team
knows?
strikes out the most, though?
What team strikes out the most?
Yeah.
It very well could be the Oakland A's. Is it the Oakland A's?
Yeah.
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 I just found it interesting because, you know, talking about all this swing and miss with the Mariners, and they have the 8th best strikeout percentage.
I just pointed out a couple guys. That's all. Just a couple dudes.
I know.
3 dudes.
And those are key guys. Those are key guys, no doubt. But the Mariners have the 8th lowest strikeout percentage in baseball, and then it looks like the A's strike out more than anybody.
That's just Moneyball, bro.
Yeah, Moneyball.
That's just Moneyball.
Yeah, that's called it's called swinging for the fences, baby.
You can't. That's right. You can't hit the fucking 3-run homer if you don't try, huh?
Yeah, trust me, I know that. I know that firsthand. Also, there's plenty of tickets still available if you want to come out and see the Oakland A's. And if you do, you got to use SeatGeek. SeatGeek, you can find all the best deals. Because I know, are the A's, you guys are in Detroit. When do you come back to Oakland?
Oh, man, we're in Detroit right now. Yeah, we come back to Oakland after Detroit.
He stunned him with that one. Where am I?
Well, dude, we got a 5-game series against the fucking Detroit Tigers right now.
5-game series, and then after that, they come on home to Oakland. So get your tickets while you still can at SeatGeek. It's. Did you know that your butt has a favorite app? That's right. It's SeatGeek.
Sure is.
It really is.
Please them cheeks.
Every time that I've gone to the Coliseum, I've had to use the SeatGeek app because in those days you couldn't find a goddamn seat in the house. It was like, oh my God, how am I going to get a ticket? The answer was SeatGeek every single time. I've never had assistance from Dallas, never had assistance from the A's organization. When I knew that I had to be in Oakland, California to see the green and gold, I pulled up the SeatGeek app and I was like, let's get one of the best tickets in the house. And I actually sat a few rows behind the A's dugout, which was awesome because I got to interact with all my favorite players on the team who are no longer there because they were all traded for
what was great.
What?
Joey, don't let him fool you. Don't let him fool you, Joe. What happened was he was treated to a fine chicken dinner / steak tip dinner. He gorged himself on the tip of beef. He gorged himself on tender chicken. Gorged himself on alcoholic beverages. And rightfully so, because like a good host, I fattened him up and then bent him over the rail for 9 solid innings, myself and Sean Manaea. It was a wonderful, wonderful scene. That's how you treat a guest when they come to your house. And that's exactly what I did for Jared.
Anyways, shout out to SeatGeek for those seats. Shout out to SeatGeek for those seats.
Wow.
I wouldn't have been there without SeatGeek. And SeatGeek is beloved by butts everywhere. They've made it the highest rated ticketing app. Whether it's concerts, baseball, basketball, football, festivals, or anything else, SeatGeek puts tickets from all over the web in one place to make buying simple. When are the Red Sox out there? I don't even really care. I don't think I'm going to go to Oakland this year.
No, you don't want to come to Oakland? Why not?
I mean, you suck too. It's not even like I'm afraid of like the Red Sox like losing while they're there. It's like you suck too, but I just don't want I don't want to go to Oakland.
Yeah, you do. You want to come to Oakland.
SeatGeek rates every ticket from 0 to 10 to make sure you're getting a good deal. Green means good, red means bad. And you can get $20 off your first purchase with the promo code Jared. That is Jared at SeatGeek.com or on the SeatGeek app. That is promo code Jared
next
for $20.
Month.
What? We're there next
month? We'd love to have you. Love to have you. Early June. Would love to have you.
That's promo code Jared for $20 off your first SeatGeek order. SeatGeek, get your seat in a seat and download the app today.
And then I'll be in Boston
June, mid-June.
The middle of June. June 14th I'll be in Boston.
Joey, we got to get you to Boston.
Yes.
You've never been to Fenway, right?
I've already made dinner.
Nope, never been to Boston.
How many ballparks have you been to?
I've been to maybe 10, 12.
Which
I've been
ones?
to like everyone in California except for Oakland.
Oh, you gotta go.
Whoa.
Dude.
Come on. Jared's coming out.
You
at the
gotta
beginning
go.
of June.
I want to fucking sit in the outfield what are they, club boxes? Those things look legit.
Oh yeah, what is that? The Treehouse, Dallas?
With the treehouse? You want to hang out in the treehouse?
The box. I saw a guy on
to pull
TikTok.
the branch in the treehouse, get bopping in the treehouse? Bro, we got live music up there. You understand that? There's a DJ going on up in the treehouse during the game.
Oh yeah,
really?
Treehouse is where it's at. I've been in there. What else? What other cool features does the Coliseum have? Just
you got the treehouse.
Joey coming.
You got
out
the You got the Golden Road Landing, which is just out in left field.
What's
so
that?
when the A's just pummel baseballs out of the ballpark left and right, you're right there in striking distance. It's kind of like the splash zone, when you're going down the log ride and you're at the bottom, you can stand on the bridge, you just get soaked. Boom.
Yeah.
Golden Road Landing right there for you. Just get soaked with homers, with A's homers.
Soaked with homers.
Yeah. And then they've got some nice little comfy boxes, some cupola boxes is what we call them.
That's where I'm sitting, baby.
Reclining seats with, TV in-house. Got all the amenities you could ask for.
It's gonna be a pass from us.
They got a staircase that goes right into the outfield wall. That's pretty cool. I want to sit there. You know what I'm talking about?
I did see
yes,
that.
Joe. Yeah.
That looks like a good place to take in a game, dude. On the steps.
Yeah.
Just hang out on the stairs.
I remember Manny hit one up the stairs. I think it was off Keith Folk, maybe. The 03 Division Series. Those were the days, baby. Hitting balls up the stairs.
Those were the days.
So what was it? Friday night was the epic comeback, Mets Phillies. It was 7-1 going into the 9th inning. And I had ordered dinner on a no free ads dinner delivery app. And I went down to the lobby to go get it. This is in the 9th inning. It's 7-1. And it was the wrong order. Like I looked at the bag. I was like, that's definitely not where I ordered from. I looked at the receipt. I was like, maybe they just put it in a different bag. Nope. The receipt says a different name. It's a different order. I popped the bag open just a little bit to see inside. I was like, that is definitely not what I ordered. So now I'm mad because it's late at night. I'm like, well, places are going to start closing up soon. I kind of got my dinner order in as like a buzzer beater. So I find this other like little sub shop. I was like, all right, I'll get a little steak tip salad or something. So I order that. And the delivery time for what I originally got was like 50 minutes. I was like, I need to find something that's 15, 20 minutes because I'm fucking hungry and I don't feel like waiting another goddamn hour to eat dinner. So I get this little steak tip salad and I was like, I'm not going to go back upstairs and then come all the way back down to the lobby. So I'll just chill here for 15, 20 minutes. And my second dinner comes. I go back upstairs and it's fucking 8-7 Mets. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And I mean, I know that we've looked at the statistics about they have the worst exit velocity, average exit velocity, and their BABIP is through the roof. Fine. But this fucking Mets team they're different. Something's going on. Something's going on in Queens with this Mets team to be able to pull off a comeback like that. And if you want to talk about average exit velocity, you see the fucking home run that Pete Alonso hit on Sunday?
Boom.
He hit
an absolute nuke.
Yeah, he hit the holy spirit out of that baseball. It was insane. And I don't know what it is about this Mets team because I think, we use this word with the Angels. I think it's even more true with the Mets. They just have balance. Like, I said it, and credit to Dallas for bringing this to my attention at first, but then I kind of used my own eyes after I was put on by Dallas. Chris Bassett going over the day that he got traded to the Mets. I was like, hey, Mets fans, you're going to fucking love this guy. And they were like, who the fuck is this guy? And I was like, well, you give it a few starts, you're going to find out who the fuck Chris Bassett is. And now, I mean, I don't want to say he's reached God status over there, but like he's a guy. He is a guy with the Mets. And I'm happy for that. I'm not saying that.
It's a place where he can be the guy. And that was one of the other things I said is it's a place where he can be the guy or be a guy, and he's not the guy. Like he doesn't have anywhere close the responsibility.
He's sharing a rotation with Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom. Like the pressure is off of you. Go out there and do your thing, kid.
Mm-hmm. And that is exactly what you're getting.
Yeah. He's an absolute stud, and I'm happy that he's having success there. I'm happy that he's a reason why the Mets are off to as good a start as they have been. Another former Oakland A guy like Starling Marte.
Well, I was just gonna say, like, look at what Starling Marte is doing. Look at what Mark Canha is doing, right? And Mark Canha, not as many at bats, maybe not quite as much playing time as a guy like Marte, or maybe some quote unquote regular. He's a fucking regular. The guy's got over 70 at bats. But I mean, what was it? It was the day we talked about not hitting home runs. Mark Canha having been in the leadoff spot, he hit a fucking homer the day we recorded. His first homer. It's his only homer, but it was his first homer of the season. But you get Marte to show up and do what he's doing, because, I mean, the guy is, he's having an impact everywhere. He's got a few homers. He's, I think, second on the team in RBIs. He's going to lead the team in stolen bases when it's all said and done. And you didn't really necessarily have an impact player like that before. Like, I know you're going to scream, "What's Francisco Lindor?" Well, Francisco Lindor is not going to steal bases the way that Starling Marte is going to.
It's a good team. They can do things differently, Dallas. Does that bother you, Joey?
They sure
The
can.
Mets
and on
are
the
so
pitching
good.
side, I mean, Jesus.
The Mets?
The
Yes, the Mets bother me.
I know that they bother you like as an entity, but does it bother you, like, when you're the one that brought the point up about the BABIP and the exit velocity? Is that you trying to find any reason to say that the Mets aren't as good as they appear to be, or do you actually think that the Mets are for real? Are the Mets a first place team?
No, the Mets are a formidable opponent. I would say that. When you spend, I think they spent more money this year than any team ever, maybe.
Are they number one in payroll? They're higher than the Dodgers?
I'm pretty sure. They made their own fucking tax for them. Cohen.
The Cohen tax.
I love
Stevie
Cohen.
tax.
I like Cohen. He did, he is a criminal, but I do like him.
But I do like him. Yeah, the Dodgers are first. Dodgers spent $289.3 million. The Mets spent $258.9 million.
Well, do they factor in the Bauer contract got canceled?
Oh, you can take 50 of that, or you take 60 of that.
Yeah,
right. Isn't that what he'd be on the hook for this year?
No, this year 30.
No, he's not getting paid $60 million. How high are you right now?
Or I meant what's left.
Yeah, this is just like the team payroll for this year. $60 million. Fucking, that's that Detroit green, baby.
Well, what I was saying about the Mets, yes, they've done really well, and I'm really proud of them. Even though I hate the Mets and they piss me off, and I kind of feel bad, but like I can't help it. But the numbers are, as anyone with a brain, freaking, that's a red flag when you have the worst exit velocity and your BABIP is number one in the league. Like, I mean, they're literally last in hard hit percentage when the Reds are a team. I mean, think about that.
Hey, hit them where they ain't.
Where they ain't.
Hit them where they ain't.
They're really good at that, but is that sustainable?
Just place.
I don't think so. I think their lineup has holes. I think their lineup can become shaky. I think their pitching is like legit though.
Hold on. You got to believe that if a team is having success hitting the ball the weakest in the game, I think we can all agree that should they start hitting the ball harder, there's a solid chance that they start to have a little more success because of that, and things change. No?
That is one way to look at it. Maybe they start hitting the ball hard, and they're in a slump right now, and they just got lucky going through a slump and then having the best record. I mean, is that even possible?
Absolutely. This is how, like, come on. The Giants last season, Joey, had a list of guys that there were major question marks above their head at the beginning of the season. That list of guys went on to have damn near career years. And when you start to look at the production early, you say to yourself, wow, these are stars rekindling that flame. This is great to see. And then that instant question comes up, is that sustainable? And then the other question follows, and can they stay healthy? And then you can ask either one of those questions back and forth, right? Well, if they stay healthy, can they sustain this? And you want to say, well, I think they can sustain this if they stay healthy. And so either way you slice that. But that's what we're talking about right here, right now, is you need something like that to happen for something really good to happen. And for Jared, to his point earlier, like, I don't know, man, I just think something's different about this team in Queens. I've said that the minute that Stevie Cohen became the fucking owner. That's exactly what I said. I said shit is different.
There's been a lot of changes like that. But there's been a lot of like we're talking about like additions
of players. It's Max Scherzer. There's a lot.
It's Max Scherzer. It's Buck Showalter. It's Steve Cohen. Like there's a lot of guys, and even the guy like Bassett, who like he's not Max Scherzer in terms of the resume or personality, but he's got a different vibe to him for sure that they didn't have in the clubhouse last year.
Think about those names. Those are all culture guys. Those are all, like, for better or worse, those are all guys who really care about the energy in the room, who want to make sure that everybody's on the same page, right? You're talking about a fucking CEO, like in Steve Cohen. So that makes sense for him to have that mindset. But you've also got uber competitor, Max Scherzer, who understands what it takes to win, who knows what he wants to see from everybody that he's sharing a clubhouse with. Same can be said for Chris Bassett. I watched it. Jared just told you that I put him on game. And now it's like, oh, wow, yeah. Like I told the fans last week. Shout out to the fan who saw the yellow Volkswagen going down the freeway. Like, once I tell you about it, you're going to see it. And now you are. And it's become like, it's obvious. It's glaringly obvious what kind of a fucking animal Chris Bassett is. But then Buck Showalter,
is it different?
Like we laugh and joke about Buck taking the top step, arms folded every time somebody gets drilled.
Like, in your opinion, have you seen another team where, I don't want to say all, because all due respect to Alonso and Lindor and maybe like, I don't know, Nimmo, McNeil, like guys like that, the top alphas are all pitchers. Like even like going back to like those Braves teams, you had Chipper and you had Andrew, but you still had like the big three over there. And even like the A's teams that have like their big three with like Zito, Mulder, and Hudson. I'm trying to think of, like, I don't know who. I guess that would be the comparison, because I guess like those, like Miguel Tejada was winning MVPs, but like he wasn't like, was he like a leader on that team? I don't know that he was. I guess you had like Eric Chavez. I don't know what kind of leader he was, but I'm trying to think of like how many teams their biggest culture change was when different pitchers kind of came in and were like, we're the guys. Like the tone starts with us.
I think, and the reason that I think that happens is because you understand how important the rotation is to a team's success. You understand how important guys on the mound are to the team's success. Like your lineup looks like what it looks like, and those guys have to process success and failure daily, maybe in a different way that your pitching staff does. So the culture on the mound is extremely important, because that is setting the tone for the game, and that is going to create game flow each and every day. So you want the tip of the spear, which is your rotation, is your pitching staff. You want that to be as sharp as possible. You want that to truly represent how you're going to come at you, how folks are going to come at you, you know? And that's why I think when you get the guys who have the skin on the wall that they do, like Max Scherzer, who shows up and is like, look, I'm going 6-7 innings in spring training. I'm throwing 110 pitches every time out. Like, this is just what I expect of myself. And I expect each and every one of you to expect more of yourself than you did last year. And that's how we win. Got it? And that just sets the tone. It sets the tone. And you know that because, look, Max Scherzer is not going to be spending any time in a clubhouse that doesn't have championship aspirations. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
At this point of his career, yes.
Right. So if he's there, it's because the eye is on the prize. So to my point about him being a culture guy or a tone setter, that's exactly who he is. And that's exactly who those other individuals that I talked about are. They are tone setters. Steve Cohen in the business world, in his respective world, right? A tone setter. Buck Showalter has been a tone setter throughout the entirety of his career. Max Scherzer is a tone setter. Each and every one of these people expect things, not only of themselves, but inherently of their teammates. And that creates the culture. That sets the motherfucking tone.
So you think the Mets are for real is what you're saying, Dallas?
I think they're for real.
They have as good a shot as anybody.
Yes or no?
Yeah, but I think that they've got some guys
Yes or
in
no?
there that yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Jake, are the Mets for real?
Nah.
What? What do you mean?
Smart man. He knows the numbers, dude. You look at the numbers.
He knows the number.
You look at the numbers and you say, okay, Scherzer, is that why they get lucky and every ball lands because of Scherzer? That makes sense.
It's a good point, Joey.
There you go. There's Steve Cohen. Really good at business. That's why their BABIP is so high. You know what I'm saying? I just don't see it like that. I get, freaking Buck Showalter really changed the culture. They're a better team than they were last year, better than they've been in a while. I just have questions about their offense, and I think their pitching is really good. I will say that. So, congrats, Mets. You guys won April.
They're winning May right now, too.
They're winning May. They're on fire, dude. Can't stop them. They're coming back. I mean, a 7-run comeback. That's pretty exciting. Like, I would be excited.
They were
fans.
what was their record before the comeback? They were 0-331 when down by 7 or more after 8 innings or whatever.
Something like that.
Not good. That's Braves have a way better record after 7 innings that down that many runs. Way better. But
another 1-331.
My tweet got taken out of context immediately. I don't know how it could have been taken out of context so poorly by so many people, but I guess that's just a reflection of how stupid people are on the internet. But
what tweet was that?
The Phillies broadcast after the game was over was so defeated and sounded like their dogs just died, talking about the 9th inning and the end of the game. And I just tweeted something like, normalize broadcasters actually giving a shit about what happens on the field. And people took that as like they didn't have enough emotion, when I was saying like, no, like they sound like this is the end of the fucking world. Like they care that
maybe
they're not just
you
like,
had to elaborate a little.
Tough loss for the Phils here tonight. And, get them tomorrow. We'll see you back here on fucking NBC. And it's like, no, like they were like, and I mean, Jesus Christ, man. like they were like, I can't do this shit anymore. You could tell that they actually cared about what was happening in that game. And that's what I said. I was like, normalize like broadcasters actually caring. That doesn't mean like high energy and enthusiasm. Like if it's a depressing moment, it's okay to sound depressed. That's all I said. Yeah, it was very much it was misinterpreted by a lot of people.
It is and it isn't though.
Yeah.
It is and it isn't.
No, it is.
Because you got to carry the positive vibes here. It's a long season, man. It's a long season. We can't.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I don't need your opinion.
Get you down?
No, I don't need your. I mean, if your fucking team was winning 7-1 going into the bottom of the 9th and you lose, then yeah, like it's okay to sound sad about that. You don't have to have some sort of like declaration at the end of the broadcast saying, I don't know how the Phillies will ever come back from this. The season is over. Joe Girardi's future is in jeopardy. God save us all. And why did we sign Nick Castellanos and Kyle Schwarber? Like, you don't have to say that, but you can sound sad. It's okay to sound sad. I mean, you do it all the time on the broadcast. Sometimes you don't say anything at all. You just fucking sit there. As
I feel like when you're the
broadcasters
in Philly, the fans are just pissed at you 24/7 because you're being too nice to the players. Probably just that they get that nonstop.
Yeah.
Like, stop saying that Bohm is good.
I don't know how many times I have to say this. I could not care less about a broadcast that has a neutral broadcaster on it. Don't care. Like, give me the honk every time. Give me the Tommy Heinsohns of the world. That's who I want. Give me the Dallas Bradens of the world. That makes it more exciting. Like, be handing out Tommy points. Don't be fucking boring. For a game that people call boring, there's ways around it. There's ways to make it more exciting, and it starts with broadcasters who give a shit about what happens.
I wanted to ask you guys this before we get out of here. Do you have a biggest surprise one way or the other after the first month of the season? Biggest surprise, not involving your team.
I mean, the Angels have to be right up there, no?
Yeah.
Like, should we be that surprised though? Like, should we have seen something like this coming, or is this actually a surprise? Is it only a surprise because they haven't competed in so long, or is it a surprise because we didn't even expect them to compete this year, but they are? I think it's more just because they haven't competed in so long.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. I mean,
I think it's a combination of both.
What did you say, Joey?
I'm just saying it's a surprise because they've been bad in the past, but it's like, you look, everyone's always looked at the roster like they could win it. This could happen. You never know. They have the two best players ever.
I think it was a roll of the dice with Syndergaard. Like, that could have gone the way of Matt Harvey, where it's just absolutely terrible. But obviously it's gone really well with Syndergaard. And then Lorenzen being in the rotation after being like a bullpen guy for so long and just being like, all right, yeah, we're going to throw him in the rotation and see what happens. And it's worked out great with him too. So, and then Shohei's fucking God mode. At least, he hasn't hit the way that we've expected him to this year. But from a pitching standpoint, he's gotten better. He's gotten better as a pitcher, which is insane. Like, the whiff rate's taking like 20% jumps on certain pitches. I think it was like his slider went from like a 30-something% whiff rate to like a 50% whiff rate.
Which is just ridiculous.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think, should we have seen it? I don't know. I mean, like, a lot of things, like Taylor Ward.
They're the biggest, like, if they're healthy type scenario.
Not even, because it's not even, like, we didn't expect, like, even if I told you before the season started, hey, Noah Syndergaard is going to be healthy enough to make 31 starts, you would have told me that he's going to have like a low 2 ERA? No,
but I told you to pay attention to him.
Yeah, like, they needed guys to not only stay healthy, but they have some guys that are overachieving. Like, for as great as Taylor Ward has been, where the fuck did he come from? And he's not going to be hitting fucking 390 with an OPS over 1,500 for the rest of the year. But one guy who I think can sustain the crazy numbers, we haven't even given a shout out to Manny Machado.
Machado, baby.
Manny Machado leads the league in runs scored, hits, batting average. He's hitting 385, on base 460, OPS 1103, OPS plus 231, and total bases with 70. Like, Manny Machado is in another stratosphere this year.
You're saying he leads the league in all of those?
All those.
Jesus Christ. And he's like 5th in stolen bases or something like that. Like, he's stealing too.
Yeah, he's
the new Fernando Tatis Jr.
Yeah.
He's like the new Tatis.
Yeah.
Well,
he's
and I was
stolen
going to say,
six-pack.
I was like, one surprise could be what the Padres have done without Fernando Tatis Jr. They got fucking 19 dubs.
They have 9. Yeah. That whole division is crazy. I mean, look at the Diamondbacks.
The NL West, yes, and the Diamond. Everybody in the NL West has 15 wins or more. Everybody.
Everyone's got a winning record.
Everybody.
Padres are 19-10. It's just, I mean, obviously they fell off last year, but it sucks.
But
that they're
19-10
in a
without
division.
Fernando Tatis Jr.
Right. Yep.
And I always think that stuff like that is interesting because it's like, and what if I told you I could plug this guy back into your lineup? And you're like, well, that'd be great. We'd be even better. And I don't know that it always works out that way.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it feels like because you don't have a certain player, other guys are either stepping up or other guys are getting opportunities. They're capitalizing on them. And that's why you're getting the production.
Yeah, that I don't know. Tatis is just too. They're also. I don't think they have Luke Voigt right now either, and they without why did I forget his name? Clevenger.
Yeah, Clev's
Oh, they
back.
got Clev.
Welcome back, Clev.
Clev's back. Welcome back, Clev.
Welcome back, Clev.
Yeah, he's back.
It's good to see you.
But CJ Crone, I believe is like leads baseball or is
He's got like
tied for the
17
lead.
homers already.
He's fucking crushing. He's almost got.
That's got to be the reason why Machado doesn't lead in slugging percentage. Because it's got to be Crone. Yeah.
Yeah, they're juicing the balls in the NL West, dude. They're fucking. How are every team is good? Even the Diamondbacks have a winning record. That's the biggest surprise for me. The Diamondbacks with Merrill Kelly and Zach
Merrill
Gallen.
Kelly.
Merrill Kelly.
CJ Crone
Shut
has
up,
9
man.
homers, and he does not lead the majors in slugging percentage because that belongs to
Taylor
Ward. Yeah.
Taylor motherfucking Ward.
Yeah. Machado's got to lead the. Yeah. Machado's already worth 2.6 wins. It's Machado and Nolan Arenado.
Machado and Nato.
2.6 WAR, 2.2 for Nolan. Tommy Edman, 2 wins. Those are the only players that have 2 wins or more already on the season. It's crazy.
Some
Jazz
ballers.
Chisholm in the top 10. No one wants to talk about it.
Jazz.
Jeremy Pena, Jose Ramirez, JP Crawford, shout out. All 1.7.
Damn, Jeremy Pena.
Yeah.
Will the Astros ever have a bad team? Ever?
I don't know.
They're gonna they're gonna
about
have their work cut out for them here soon.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what's the biggest piece that would need to go to be like, fuck, it's a new chapter.
Well, look, I mean,
It's
I
Verlander,
feel like you
And they
lose.
did it without Verlander.
No, you lose. Yeah, but you lose a guy like look. Okay, what happens when Altuve goes? What happens when Michael Brantley goes? Like what happens when Maldonado goes?
Bregman.
It's not like Maldonado's a huge offensive piece, but I feel like that team is substantially different when any one of those guys goes.
Yeah, but they still have young players. Kyle Tucker, Jordan, all their pitchers are like, we're all rookies last year.
Yeah,
and now they have the freaking league leader in WAR almost, who's a rookie. All I'm saying is they reload. They don't rebuild. They reload.
Oh, here you go.
Without the trash cans, they think they're unstoppable. I mean, think about if you're the Angels and you're having like the guy, like they put it all together, dude. The Angels, this is our season. Shohei, Mike Trout, we're unstoppable. And then they're only a half game up still. After everything's gone right.
Because we're only a month into this thing.
I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I didn't know it was you guys hated the Astros so much. I guess I'm a trash.
I'm an
can
Astros
apologist.
stan.
You fucking ride or die. You're a ride or die.
I fucking love the Astros, dude.
Doesn't sound like it.
That's my team.
What,
Let's go
what's
Stros.
What series do we have starting today?
Starting today? Trying to look at some fucking matchups, Dallas.
We got Braves Sox tomorrow.
Brave Sox. Oh, yeah, head-to-head. Ooh, the Dodgers versus the Pirates, Dallas. You ready for that? It could be rough.
Fucking get your flags ready, folks.
Angels Rays has some potential. Phillies Mariners, two teams that are struggling that need to. One of these teams needs to get going. I mean, that's basically what just happened with Red Sox, White Sox. Like, these two teams are struggling. One team is going to continue to struggle, and the other team is going to figure something out. It was the White Sox.
What?
Red Sox.
Yeah, well, and the White Sox and Guardians are squaring off. Is that what you just said?
No. I said, what was it? Mariners, Phillies had Red Sox, White Sox vibes, where it was two struggling teams where maybe one can get it going by playing the other struggling team. Yankees, Blue Jays again starts on Tuesday. Astros, Twins. That could be interesting. Verlander versus Joe Ryan. Couple of sub-twos going head-to-head in the opener. I'll probably tune into that.
Rookie of the year.
Yeah.
What do you... Why do I not have that? What?
I'm looking at Tuesday.
On this?
I'm looking at Tuesday. There's a full slate Tuesday. A lot of teams have the day off today. Monday.
Gotcha. All right. Good talk.
Yeah. So be sure to download, rate, subscribe, tell your friends about Baseball is Dead. It's your favorite podcast as it pertains to baseball. Be like, hey, babe, it's fucking baseball season. You need some of that baseball talk? I got it right here.
And then she rolls over and says, baseball is dead. You fucking ain't right, it is.
Yeah. Joey, any final thoughts? What's the next video you're working on?
I think we're gonna cover the baseballs.
You gonna do some ball talk?
Yeah.
Would you like me to connect you?
I think at this point it's too late. But you're talking about that lady who does the cuts the balls open. I've seen her stuff. I think I'm good. Not to shit on that lady, she's great, but it's like I've fucking watched like 6 interviews with her, like an hour each. I know everything about her at this point.
Did you see the interview with Dallas?
I don't think I did.
Oh, you got to check that one out.
Oh, you've seen?
I have seen that. I have seen that before, though. And you guys in the outfield, the Coliseum, right?
The Collie. See, it's like your first trip there.
Exactly.
So
that's on the docket. I'll say shout out Rod Carew. I don't know if you saw it. Rod Carew gave me a shout out on Twitter. He said I'm one of his favorite Twitter accounts.
I did see that.
How fucking wild is that?
I did
so
see that.
Random.
Good for you. Good for
thanks,
you.
Rod.
Good for you and Carew.
Yeah, me and Carew, man. We're two peas in a
You
pod.
and Carew. Jared, sorry about your team having the worst winning percentage out of all 3 of our teams. That sucks.
Barely.
Yeah.
Same win total.
Yeah, still last though. Hey, you get him tomorrow though, or today.
Yeah, I think the Red Sox are on pace to win like 56 games or something.
You get him tomorrow.
Hey, good draft pick.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, good draft pick. Yeah, we'll be good. I'm not worried about it. Jake, any final thoughts?
Yeah, shout out Baltimore Orioles, 4th place in the AL East.
Yeah. No one had the O's finishing above last place, but here they are. They're climbing. I put some respect on the Orioles day one, so I don't. No one control me.
And they've got Adley Rutschman on the way.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, no one can throw the Orioles in my face and be like, damn, like they're better than the Red Sox. I'm like, I was preaching to the choir about the Orioles 2 weeks into the season. You're not going to find a bigger Orioles honk than me. So, yeah, save it. Save your chirps for someone whose feelings will actually be hurt by them. Because it's not me.
Jake, what's the weather like in Boston right now?
56, windy, mix of clouds and sun. High of 56, winds northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Humidity 38%, UV index 7 out of 10, and a waxing gibbous tonight for the moon.
Ooh, the waxing gibbous.
Holler.
Not a fan.
It's been a while
Not
since
a
we've
fan.
been waxing the gibby. It's about time. I've been waiting for that thing to come around.
Yeah, I love a good fucking gibby.
Just, get you a
Lay
little.
that waxed gibby on me.
Joey can't wait to get off this fucking call so he can go give his gibby a waxing.
Yeah.
He's like,
No,
dude,
I don't
I've been
do
trying
that.
been trying to log in for an hour and a half.
You're logging
Dude,
in.
I am not logging in. I'm logging out. I'm not a fan of the waxing gibbons. So,
Why not?
I mean, we were just talking about crescents last week. Everyone was a fan of that. How can you be a fan of both? To me, it's just ridiculous. You guys.
I guess that makes sense.
I can be
Yeah.
a big fan of the waxing crescent and have a soft spot in my heart and miss the waxing gibbon.
It's
Oh,
a
well,
gibbous,
that's-
not gibbon.
Gibbous. That's what I said.
This guy
Gibbous.
doesn't even know the names, bro.
Yeah, I was thinking about monkeys. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not a moonhead.
You're not a moonhead, dude.
You're not in the moon. You don't know the moon,
Come on,
man.
bro.
Yeah. That was like the biggest like galaxy brain moment that I had was I was like trying to like I don't do the astrology stuff like when a girl is like, well, what time were you born and like when's your birthday and blah 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 blah. I'm like, that shit doesn't matter. But my first galaxy brain moment was when all these girls talk about like the moon and what the moon is doing and this and that. And I was like, well, if the moon affects the tides and we know that, and our bodies are made up of 60% water, then why wouldn't the moon have an effect on us as people? So I'm all in
Damn.
on the moon, man. The moon, like, you want to tell me like that, like, oh, you're genetically predestined to be a serial killer because you were born at 4:13 in the morning in March on the 17th and in this year. No, I don't believe that. But if you want to tell me that like because the moon does this, your body does that, brother, I'm listening.
Jared, it does. There's science that backs this stuff.
Yeah, I know.
This is 100% proven by scientists. Like every single day, they're working on it, and they can't believe it. They're just looking into it like we're trying to disprove it. It sounds like bullshit. We can't. It's just proven fact. Astrology is proven to be real. 100%.
I mean, you're made up of stardust, Jared.
Stardust?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
You're a star.
I am a
Stardust.
star. This baseball is dead is going to get very trippy in the off season. I feel like
Oh, yeah. A little silly.
we're gonna go. I think in the off season we're gonna go places we haven't gone before. I feel like Joey's got that vibe.
Yeah, I'm
We're
like
we're gonna do a sweat together. That's what we're
What
gonna
the
do.
hell does that mean?
a sauna.
No, we're gonna
Dude,
sit in a
what?
teepee and do ayahuasca. Yeah, yeah. Really peel the onion back.
In the Coliseum.
We could set up a teepee in the outfield.
I'd like that. I want to go. I want to go on a spiritual journey this off season.
Ayahuasca in the Coliseum, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I don't know why that's
yeah.
so funny to me.
We could summon the possums.
Just let me know. I'm there.
All right. Yeah.
All right. Jake, you down?
We're gonna need a weatherman.
We're gonna need a weatherman / a videographer / someone to guide us. Jake's our compass, morally and geographically.
I'm trying to think of what's a Peyote. No, it's the. Oh my God, it's a kids movie. The spirit guide is called something, and I think it's called the Aliotti or Alico. I don't fucking know. Yeah, it's good talk though. All right, so
All right. We'll see you on Thursday.
Wow.